Uh-uh. Hey, Tanya, what's up? Let me quit the chat up here. Hey, Rochelle, what's up? Veggie pizza? Can y'all hear me okay? Let me know if y'all can hear me okay. I'll put the phone so I can see the chat. Hey, Shay, what's up, babe? So I'm going to give a special shout out to Domino's, and I'll tell y'all about that in a minute. I have not ordered them in a year or so. Hold on. And they walked around on this pizza. We'll talk about that. It was a special, so that's the only reason I probably ordered it. Hold on. And they the only place that would take cash. I had cash. I didn't want to use my debit cards. I had cash. And they the only place that I could find that would take cash. Hold on. I mean, I probably could have called some other ones that I haven't used, but they also had a special. Let's get this up so I can see what's going on. Hold on. Turn the volume down. Okay, I can see your chat. You can see the chat on here. You can't see the chat. It doesn't stay up on here, but it'll stay up on this. Go figure. Hold on. All right. How y'all doing this Sunday? I'll wait for some more people maybe to get the notice. So I ordered from Domino's. I just woke up. I worked up until this morning. My allergies been kicking, so I took a little Benadryl before I came in. I had to get some extra because what the hell? I thought I had Benadryl here in the house, couldn't find it. Got back in late to work, just by about 30 or so minutes, and because I had to go get something. I could tell when I woke up like this is not gonna be a good night. I can't take a lot of Benadryl because Benadryl will make me straight sleep. So I took a Benadryl. I had done my nasal saline clean. I do my Nasonex? Flonase. And normally I drain backwards, which is usually what's going on right now. I'm draining forward because I had extra jalapeno, and he did a fabulous job. So on the app for Domino's, it gave you a choice of this robust marinara and some other sauces. Well, I wanted a combination of the robust marinara and I wanted garlic sauce. Well, it doesn't tell you can't choose two sauces. So a lot of the specialty type pizza places now, you can tell them customize, put whatever sauces you want. Domino's still doing some old school stuff. So they didn't have that on the app. So when I went through, I clicked off the extra marinara, and I also clicked off the garlic. Then when it completed everything, it said no robust marinara. No. I want what I want because I'm paying $20 altogether plus whatever I'm tipping them. So I try to get back to the store. Now this is where things get interesting because now people don't want to communicate, right? There's no phone number on the app for the store that you go into. So now I got to Google search the store. I call and I hold. Well, you listen to this long butt advertisement. I could try to tell them to correct this, what was going on with the order before they got too far with it, and he had to scrap the pizza because I'm not gonna pay for what I don't want. And I'm also not gonna pay because your app wasn't clear. So I call and I got this guy. His name was Dimitri. Come to find out, he is a store manager. And so the first time I called, you heard them pick up, and then they just hung right up on me. Hey, Kathy, what's up, baby? They hung right up on me. I'm like, oh my God, are y'all for real? And because you heard them pick up. I waited for like 5 minutes on hold, and then they pick up, and then they go click. And I understand these little places like this, they overwhelmed. It's the weekend, but bad customer service, right? So I call right back because I'm like, okay, if y'all come here with what I don't want, I'm going to send you back, and you done wasted a trip, plus you done wasted time with this pizza. So I call and talk to him. He's like, well, I can just give you the sauce on the side. I said, it's not going to be the same. You want me to smear this sauce all over the top? It's not going to be the same. Your app doesn't clearly state that. And he said the app is jacked, right? I feel him because what I work in right now, they software, it's madness. He said, I will just remake the whole pizza. I said, thank you. So he remade the pizza and he did a fabulous job. I just want to, y'all see how much stuff that boy put on there? But then when I looked in their app, y'all see the shakes, right? When I looked at the app, it showed he was making a pizza. He was remaking it, but it was missing half the ingredients that I asked for. So then I called back. I'm like, look, y'all just keep the pizza because I see you remaking it, but what I asked for, you ain't got on there. He's like, look, the pizza's done. He said, ma'am, everything's on there you asked for. I said, on your app, it's only showing these things. And if you look at the original order, only thing that we had messed up was that sauce because your thing didn't say it doesn't put both sauces on there. He said, I promise you, everything's on there. He said, the app is jacked. I'm like, okay. He says, if you don't want the pizza when you get there, then you just tell me you don't want it. I was like, okay, cool. Fabulous job. Fabulous job. So I'm going to go and make a comment on there. I almost thought about calling them and telling them I'll put it on the channel. And like I said, I haven't ordered from Domino's Pizza in years. in years. They got this is a Papa John's thing right here, where they had this garlic sauce, and I love Papa John's. They got the garlic sauce, and they got the, y'all drop it. Y'all see that? They got the garlic sauce, and they got the, walking around. They got this garlic butter sauce, and then they got the pepperoncinis. That's the only thing that's missing, the little pepperoncinis on the side. I'm going to order me a jar of pepperoncinis because I love pepperoncinis. I don't have any in the house. Yeah, Shay E, if you want to send me a documentary, send it to, you can still use truckerdoll@gmail.com. Yeah, just do truckerdoll@gmail.com. I thought, did I have, I'll put my email in the little description stuff in the future. I thought I put it in there, but maybe I don't. Yeah, just truckerdoll@gmail.com. And I'll tell you this story. So as fat as I am, I don't normally like pizza with meat on it. I got a friend of mine, my buddy Anthony, back in the day. He kind of laughed when we saw each other again. Years later, we lost contact, and I think he's probably dead by now. But gay guy, and he was very promiscuous, so I wouldn't be shocked if he had HIV or AIDS. Plus, he also had alcoholism problems. Last time we talked, he was having major, I think he was pissing blood. So, A.V. Griffith, what's up, baby? How's the prime life doing? I got him hooked to vegetarian pizza. He said, and so here's my thing with pizza, and the reason I don't usually like meat on my pizza, with the exception of I love prosciutto, is because it's salty. And it's a very good type of thinly cut ham. Y'all forgive me. I don't do soda a lot, but they had it on sale and I couldn't resist. And I do like soda and pizza. I can't explain it. So, I don't like meat on my pizza because I'm not huge on pepperoni. I'll eat it, but it's too greasy. I don't like that oiliness. And if you notice, so my pizza has feta on it, and I only did half the pizza with light cheese. Sometimes I have it, but I usually, because I'm lactose intolerant, I have some lactate tablets in the closet, in the cabinet in the bathroom. But I did half of it because I do like cheese. I love cheese, actually. Actually, I made some cheese crisps this morning. That's why I'm showing y'all the green chilies. So I want to mess around with this. It was on sale at Costco. And I'm going to mess around with it. And I'm trying to come up with my own green chili burritos, which we'll talk about later. But anyway, I don't like meat on my pizza because oftentimes it seems greasy to me. I just prefer veggies on my pizza. I like a lot of the red sauce. Jalapenos. Right, this has jalapenos. It does not. I like feta. And feta's not too bad of a cheese for me. But it has feta. It has regular cheese on half the pizza no cheese except the feta. The whole pizza has pineapple, mushroom, onion, tomatoes. I think I said pineapples and jalapeno, green peppers. And so for me, that's an excellent pizza for me. I don't get into anything else. Y'all forgive me for the burp. But anyway, so yeah, so that's what it. And so this green chili sauce, it is like roasted green chilies, and it's actually pretty good. I would have just preferred it to be more spicy. That's a medium one. I guess that's what Costco had, and it was one of their bulk ones. I had to put in the refrigerator, but I made like some cheese crisps this morning and kind of drizzled it on there. It's very good. Like I said, the only thing is I would prefer it spicier. Here in Arizona, we got a Mexican place called Ritos, and one of the ladies from my old church, she introduced me. She was my Bert was a superintendent of schools here in Arizona for one of the districts. Good girl, you gonna stay in shape. I'm gonna say that, but I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you because for a female to do flatbed, I'm very proud of you. Look, very because that you gonna definitely stay in shape and check out Flatbed Chick. Like I said, if you're on the Trucker 411, she's on there. Oh man, I can't think of her real name. It's on there because I've talked to her in the background. Hey Tasha, what's up, Chicago BBW? What's up, baby? Um, so I decided to come on talk to y'all for a little bit today. Just shoot the shit. It's nothing major. Probably it's just some random chat. I'm doing this while I'm up because I woke up. I went to the restroom. You know, you do your morning constitutional. But I got off at 7 o'clock this morning. I made these quick cheese crisps with that. And I look. It took me a Benadryl and did my nasal stuff and no pass go, no collect $1 million. Climbed my butt in that bed. Okay, well, you can go to her channel too. I mean, but Flatbed Chick is popular. I don't know. I don't think she's doing flatbed anymore because she's put on some weight. Not a lot, not like as fat as I am, but because she's a thin lady like yourself. But she did put on a little bit of weight because I think she's doing something else. She is kind of driving again. I think she was up in Alaska for a minute, and then something happened, and then she came back down. I haven't caught up with her. She's very sweet. She's got just a sweet personality. You think somebody, but very sweet lady. But she has, and her channel was huge. Got a pretty good following. One of the guys who actually got into trucking, sorry y'all, trying to. One of the guys who got into trucking who was part of the 411, his name is Michael. DCI Jams, I think is his channel, and he was a contractor out in Florida. He still is a contractor out in Florida. And he actually was one of the hosts on the 411, and he actually invited her. And that's how I had been watching her stuff. I just never interacted with her until she came over to the Trucker 411. And very nice lady, very sweet. But yeah, I don't think she's doing flatbed, but she's done it for so many years. She's probably great advice. And you could probably go see a lot of good videos with her. And it's good to see a female do it. Okay. That's a state I would love to go to is Alaska. I would like to go just to go fishing. Um, and also I like fishing. Y'all don't even know. I have never cut the fish. My uncles or church people that we went with did it. I need to learn. I want to learn how to fillet the fish. But I enjoy that. To me is one of the most relaxing things is just fishing. But I wouldn't mind going like doing some fishing for salmon and whatever else they have up there. My two favorite fish are top fish. My favorite fish is sea bass. Next favorite fish would be orange roughy. Actually, now you got me thinking about that. I'm gonna order some of that. And then my next fish would fall into salmon. So I really would like to go up there and do that. Like I said, I don't want to do it I don't want to do any trucking stuff. What I would like to do now is more travel, and I'd like to get like an RV. I've always been a person who liked the Airstreams. I'd have to be smaller to get in the Airstream, but I wouldn't mind an RV and traveling around. God opened that door, and depending on my life and this world, because I don't know how much time we really got on this planet, because things are weird. Um, I will tell you right now. I don't know if y'all saw. is that the Caribbean or wherever it's at? They just had that volcano erupt. I'm not a halibut person. Cod, halibut, well, hold on. I'm thinking halibut. Let me rethink halibut. I know I do not like, cod has a flavor I don't like, and I don't like red snapper. I can tell you those two right there. Matter of fact, I ordered some patties in the freezer, and I may end up I'm going to try them again. I got to mess with them. Because what I normally do is I take my fish patties, and it was just a really good sale at Costco. And I was like, okay, I ordered 3 packages of them. I'm going to freeze them because I like to make fish tacos. I think and I haven't used them since, but I need to go in there and I'm going to play with it because sometimes I can mess with it. I may have to use more lemon juice to get that. There's a taste with cod that I don't like. And I think it has a kind of a cod in this patty. I have no idea. I got to mess with it and see. I do like Costco's Mahi. Mahi's another one I like. And I like Costco's, salmon patties. There's salmon. Matter of fact, I'm going to need to order some. I used to was making my fish tacos with that. We got to do a fish taco day because I haven't done a fish taco in a while. And I do a really good fish taco. And fish tacos aren't hard. They're not hard at all, actually. Very easy. If you want to do it, you can do regular fish or you can do like I do and get those patties. I'll take those patties and just make them almost like a burger and then just kind of chop them up. Let them saute and get a little crispy. And then you season them however you want and you put them on. I take my tortillas and I like the corn tortillas. And I like my stuff charred, so I like the tortilla kind of burnt. I put them on like over a fire, let them get a little charred. And I got to get a grill out in the back. I'm going to probably be ordering one here. Big Griffith, you're from Alaska? Or are you from Canada? I'm eating pizza, y'all. Okay, I'll wait for her to respond. But anyway, so yeah, I got up. So last night, I finished up and I was hanging by a thread. Oh yeah, if y'all watch, please give me a like, thumbs up, and share it out. And where's St. Vincent? Is that in Canada or Alaska? Oh, okay. It looks just pretty. That's a state I would love to visit because it just looks freaking pretty. I wouldn't mind having a log cabin home up there, a couple of dogs. No, Domino's, Liz. How you doing? Domino's. He did a good job. But I do make a mean pizza, especially on the grill. I make a wood fire pizza. Oh, where the island? Okay. Yeah, because they had to evacuate people out of there. I saw it on the news. And folks ain't listening. The Lord is talking. Y'all better be listening. The planet is doing some weird stuff. Pizzas from Domino's. I do make a wood fire pizza. Once I get the grill up there, I haven't got a pizza stone over here. I got the whole pizza thing. Yeah, they were showing it. I saw it this morning. When I got off work, because I kind of do a quick catch up of news. And I saw this morning. I'm like, ooh. And so I know they evacuated. The air looked bad. Also, I told people on my Christian channel, guys, stock up on food, canned goods and stuff. Y'all keep doing that. Hey, H.E. Bach, what's up? I have not ordered from Domino's, H.E. Bach, in well over a year or more. The thing was, I had cash, and a lot of the places, like through my Uber Eats and stuff, they only do card. Well, I'm budgeted for my card because I got a lot of medical stuff I'm getting ready to do. So I got a lot of dental stuff I'm getting ready to do. Matter of fact, I got to go in this week coming up, Monday or Tuesday, I can't remember what day, down here, and I don't know how much you're going to charge me when I leave. The dental insurance we have is pretty good with the company I'm with, but I still have a portion I have to pay. So I need to leave some room on my card. So I was like, well, I got cash on me, and I wanted to order. Well, Domino's was one of the only pizza places I could find that did cash. Well, when I went onto the app, they had some specials. So actually, this is a pretty good pizza for $20, and it's loaded. It was actually less than $20. It's like 15 or whatever, but then you have the fees for the delivery and all that. And so, and then I gave her $4 extra, $4 or $5 or something like that. I can't remember what I gave her. I gave her 20% of whatever the cost was. So about $5 extra, so $25 altogether. But everything has gone up. And that's the other thing I'm going to tell y'all. Store food. They were, as a matter of fact, GMA, Good Morning America, I was just watching a video from them on prices of stuff going up. And I can tell you, I was like, whoa, one of the places I order my Vietnamese pho from, which I'm going to learn how to make myself, the pho is still the same price, but stuff like the egg rolls, their spring rolls, that all went up like $2.50. So initially it's $5, now it's $7.50 for two. I'm like, well, we're gonna learn to make those in the kitchen. Actually, I have to step to make a spring roll in the kitchen. I just haven't done it yet. And all it is usually lettuce and some bean sprouts and maybe some noodles and some carrots, and then you make a peanut sauce. And I got peanut butter because I've stocked. So I told people, and the prices are going up significantly. They're talking about a family of 4 over $500 just to feed these people. But anyway, yeah, this is a veggie pizza. Not bad. The garlic sauce is okay. Not as good as Papa John's. Papa John's garlic sauce, that stuff is gonna hit. But the pizza is phenomenal. Micheline, what's up, baby? Yes, I normally haven't. Across the street, we have I forgot the name of the place. And you can go in there and order a personal pizza. It's like, well, it was $10. I ain't been in there. I ain't been in there since a while. And I usually like going in there. I'm hungry. I got up and I went to the bathroom. And I was like, okay, let's get this done, because I said I'll be live every other Sunday between 3 and 6. And when I get done this, I'm probably gonna go back there and lay down. But yeah, Domino's was the only one to take cash. I think even the Pizza Hut app, excuse me, y'all, I'm spitting. Even the Pizza Hut app wouldn't take cash. But they did have a better deal. And this pizza is very well made. Tons of veggies. I love veggies. Let me see if y'all can see. You see how much veggies is on there? I love veggies. Yeah, I'm not a big meat person on my pizza. And I had this trainer last night. That guy made me so. I'm not very happy. I had some crappy students. I did, and you get kind of all kind of students in transportation. But what he did last night was deplorable. Even at the last company at SRT, I had that one felon student who was talking crazy on the truck. And I wasn't sure what was going on, if I was going to have to pull out the tire thumper. But even then, I didn't leave that dude just sitting at a truck stop. I didn't just dump him. I got him back to the company terminal. Now, if you somebody who really go right through, yeah, you get left somewhere. But I got him back to the terminal. I handled it very calmly. This guy, he got him to a terminal, but then like the kid needed a hotel. He wasn't, and I think what it was, he wasn't getting along with the kid. And the kid, I guess, decided, hey, this isn't for me. So at this point, the dude's like, I ain't gonna make no money off you, so I'm just gonna dump your behind back here at the terminal. They gave them a load that was gonna get this kid home. Well, all of a sudden, his dude, he calls me, goes through this soliloquy. Hey, culinary grid. He goes through this soliloquy of, my uncle I just found out they're going to have to pull the plug. And then he starts talking about the student. I'm like, okay, your story is all over the place, which usually tells me you lying. Okay, I'm sorry. And I don't know. Maybe his uncle, God bless him. I pray his uncle's okay. Or that his uncle come out okay. I pray that maybe what he told me was true. But the story was so bizarre. And then he goes back to this kid, and the kid don't want to do the job. And, he had already talked to his driver manager, boop-de, 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 boop. So then he's like, well, I don't know if he's really going to want a hotel to stay at tonight, and da-da-da-da-da. I said, whoa, 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 whoa. Have you guys even talked? Oh, no. Bro, dude, you grown, he grown. I said, this is a man-to-man conversation. This is an adult-to-adult conversation. I said, the first thing you need to do, I said, I used to train students. I said, if the student is not violent, if they're not being a dick, I didn't say dick, but if they're not being rude, and you got something going on, there's a way for you to position this and let him know. Every student, I didn't just randomly tell him, well, with the last one, I just told him we had to go back to the terminal because he was crazy. And I knew that they were going to have safety come and get him. And I got him, he got a hotel, they got him in a hotel, because I had to talk to safety and the students because there was some issues. But that's the only student I never did tell what everything was going to happen. But I got him back to the terminal. And I got him a hotel room. And I got him to the hotel. This dude didn't do any of that. All he did was get him to the terminal, left him at the terminal. And the way this company is, the terminal is badge-based. The kid couldn't even get out the door until somebody let him out. Out the terminal. Then I had him going to hotels. All the hotels were booked up. We had to get him back to the terminal. So then he had to camp out in the lounge area. Had to send it's just a hot mess. But he still has a room for tonight if they don't get him home today. I sent an email, told him to follow up with the regular dispatch after the time. But that trainer's training needed. To me, he just don't need to be a trainer. There's just a way to handle stuff. That's good if you get a good trainer. Yeah, and well, Prime, okay, so, but you're at a good, so that's, I'm going to say this about them, and I didn't want to go too much into trucking, but that's what I like about them. From just me interacting between Junior Honduras and some of the other ones I deal with in the background that I don't even talk about. They have an excellent setup as far as the training program, and I think they produce a certain type of driver. I'm not saying, but their setup is just bomb. And that's, I don't know about all their other stuff. I don't know about their owner op program, but there are people who are successful in the way they set it up. Like when I was dealing, I think I interacted with Tiffany Hanna, when she was saying that they gave her a pattern for success. Junior the same way. But that's what I like about them, their training program. And they have training program in phases. Also, one of the things I think of a good training company, which is, I don't know what's true, what's false. I asked this kid last night, I said, do you guys have, I said, I didn't drive for this company. I drove for a sister of theirs, sister company. And I said, but I didn't drive for this company. I said, so do they give you you should have like it's almost like a counselor, or what do you call them? An advisor. And I think it was just like a student services advocate or rep. So if you have a problem with the trainer or you need something and they can follow along, make sure the training is going the way it's supposed to go. Some companies, the cheap ones who just want to put butts in seats, they don't have that anymore. And he said, no, I don't have that. I just go through. So he just went through his trainer's driver manager. Oh, conflict of interest. You're jacked all the way around. And so I think to me that's the other thing. Prime did have a separate student services group. One of the companies, Swift used to have one too. I don't know if they still do. They had a person that you went through who was a student services coordinator. They got you on your truck. If you had any issues, that's who you reported to. And I really think that's good. So yeah, their setup is good, but I also like they have phases, like phase this, phase that, and I think that's good because it's like a checkpoint at every area, especially with transportation. The job is a dangerous job, and if like my dad said, if you don't watch your stuff, it's not a forgiving industry. You'll be dead. You will be dead as a doorknob, and it's sad because, and that's the other thing. If you can get a good person who will mentor you, I was blessed. I mean, granted, Bill didn't physically train me, but I learned a lot from him. I got to set up that interview thing with him. I learned a lot from him because, I mean, the guy has 40 plus years in the industry. And, he did this out of the military. And they said he's wanted to do all his life. And this is his job. This is what he was called to do, so to speak. But, I talked to some of these people and I'm like, ooh, y'all trusting these folks up in this office too much. You have no clue. And you have to understand, what did I have one the other night? She called me about a 39,000 pounds or something over on her rear tandems. And I guess she talked to the head of the company because she kept naming his name. And I'm like, oh, girl, if you don't stop dropping that man's name. I don't, and I understand you may talk to somebody important, but my father has a saying, and I won't say this. If they can't split the Red Sea and walk on water, they human just like me. Human just like, well, I may respect what you've done. You're not Jesus. You're not. And these folks, some of the folks up in there, because they look at some of these people in the offices of this company as gods. And I'm just like, ooh, wee. It's nothing wrong to respect their position. But, and I get it. I get that that's some people measure people by their success or their titles. And, honey, you can respect the position, but understand that's flesh and blood in their body. When they go to close their eyes in death, we go out this world the same way. all of us, and it ain't pretty in most cases. But anyway, no, I got the pizza, and it's actually pretty good. The app did something funky. He remade it, and he did a phenomenal job. And I'm going to send a compliment on there about the order and about him if I can do it on the app. Only thing, like I said, I tried to call in the advertisement, and then all of a sudden a 5-minute wait. And then they hung up the first time and had to call back. And so, but they did a really good job. Other than it shifting in the box a little bit, other than that, it was really good. And I like the fact that it is loaded. It ain't like they just, let me sprinkle something. No, they gave me my $20 worth. They did. And it's a big box. I still got several slices left. But I haven't, I'm with who said that about the pizza? Culinary Grid. Yeah, I haven't, the mainline pizza places. Now we've got so many different gourmet pizza places. And normally, I'm going to be honest, I would make my own pizza. But right now, I like wood fire pizza is my favorite pizza. So I like over charcoal, or not charcoal, but over wood. And since I don't have my grill anymore and I need to get a new grill, I haven't done it. Like I said, I got a pizza stone, and I remember one morning I made a breakfast pizza when I was living in my old complex. My next door neighbor on the left, he's a truck driver. He was working for a local company here. Well, they're bigger than local, but they carry food for the grocery chains usually. And he was home every night, if not every other night. And that's what I said. If I ever had to go back into a truck, I would just contact him, because there would be, you basically would go from here to Vegas and then back. And he did mainly grocery strains like Kroger and stuff. So and made pretty good money. Right now he's retired, and he's living in, when our apartments went gentrified, he moved just up the street from where we were living, and he just lives down the street from me. We're in the same area still. Although I pay a lot less rent than he does, because he's in one of the newer fangled apartments like I was in, and I hate them. I like older apartments. Anyway, and he likes older homes too, so that's what he's been trying to hold out for. And then COVID happened, so right now, I've talked to him too. His sweetheart, his name's Larry. And so me and him talked, and he was next door to me. And I was out there on the grill. And then there was a guy who was kind of like our semi-manager, guy's named John. He died later on. But John was a vet. He was a disabled vet. And he was there. And the next thing I know, they both looking over the thing. Hey, girl, what you doing? They two brothers. And then we had a white guy next to me. He's kind of a jerk, but he became okay later on. Gay dude, he died too. He was running the apartment for a minute, kind of cuckoo. But he was okay after you got to know him. He's just kind of cuckoo. It was a lot of older people, which is one thing I liked about that complex. And then across from me was a FedEx driver, and she drove the big trucks FedEx. She was cool as hell too. Well, he looking over the fence. What you doing? That smell good. Because I had a big smoker grill with the side box. And I opened it up, and they was like, dang. And I said, I ain't gonna eat all this pizza. Y'all just have to have your own plate. I had the egg on there. Pizza was honey, all in there. It was good, too. It was good. And I just cut it up. I have a roller cutter. I got the big metal thing, like what you pull it out the oven. I had the pizza stone. And they was like, look good. And so when I made it, matter of fact, Larry called. He like, you still grilling? I said, I got to get a new grill because when we moved, the place I moved to, I couldn't have that grill, so I sold it. Which I'm pissed because the grill now is over $300. And I had customized it. I had put in temperature gauges, all that stuff. My data is gone. But why are we watching you chat on the pizza? Who is that who said that? One of my I forgot who it is. Monet. She said, I miss watching you drive the truck and eat. I'm like, I eat subs all the time. It's good. They actually did a good job. This almost matches me going across the street to the more custom, where they custom build. You can tell them what everything. You can tell them along the way what to put on your pizza. It almost matches that. That's how well he did this. But I did sleep good. CPAP on. I think I gotta get a new sleep study. That might be part of the tired too. One of my associates is in healthcare, in the nursing field. She's an RN. And we were talking, and she said, you need to get a new sleep study. Because I told her how exhausted I am. And my CPAP is really old. It leaks air, and I had to duct tape. I mean, I haven't made that CPAP stretch, but she may be very right. So me and my doctor had talked. I'd already asked for it because I kind of knew I needed a new machine. I don't even think it records to the card. So, and they're still doing adjustments to my meds, and that's a pain in the butt of its own self. I have always hated the adjustments. Out of soda water. Yeah, I've always hated that. I am gonna have to make my burritos though, but I want to play with this green chili sauce. I was telling y'all I had with a place. There's a place called Rito's here. Best green chili burritos in Arizona. Oh my God. And we also have Indian fried bread. Y'all might know them as Navajo tacos or something like that. There's a place out in New Mexico. I had a really bad, it's a truck stop, casino. And Best. I had a very, very bad experience when I went there the first time, but I gave them a second shot. Went back. They got a little restaurant. And they got a Navajo taco. Or Indian fried bread taco. Green chili. Nice and spicy because they probably put them hatch chilies on them. Baby. And then I got one down the street. I haven't been to it since COVID. And I need to go in there and order because I love them. And they down the street. Green chili. I love a good green chili. Girl, yeah, we got RV parks. Arizona's a retirement state. Of course we got our... That's a bunch of retirees. This is a retirement state. We got a ton of RV parks. Matter of fact, depending on what you want, Casa Grande has one of the best RV parks in Arizona. But there's another RV park up in Flagstaff, across from Little America. Girl, bye. Let me hit the lottery. Let me come into some money. I'm going to be like this to the company. Thank y'all have been real. Working in general. And I'm going to have my butt. I'll be and got me an RV and be right up at that park. Or got me some land. But they have this RV park. There's Pines. It's right across the street from Little America. If you get through Arizona, go to that Little America. Go on in, Little America. Good shower. Get yourself a shower. And they even got the tubs where you can do soaker tubs. Girl, bye. Go on in there. Get you a reset or so you can do a home time so you can see it. You can say Flag right there. And probably do Uber and Lyft up there. But you're right there in Flagstaff. You can either park in Little America, but what I would do is park across the street. If you park across the street, they got a big parking lot for trucks. You can go through the gate. There's a steakhouse there that's amazing. And you'll see the RV park, because the steakhouse is part of the RV park. Girl, bye. I don't know what the cost is, but that RV park is on hit. I walked down, I'm like, oh my God, this is beautiful. And I would park my truck there. I walked to the little gate area, walked over to the steakhouse. The steak was on hip. I think I put a video up of it. I have an older video of it. I'm pretty sure of it. I don't know which one it is. I'm pretty sure. I got pictures of that steak. And they even have live entertainment. They sing and perform. I don't even care about that, but it was cool as hell. And right across the street from Little America. I have to see what the name of it is. But yeah, and that's up in Flag. Flag is up in the mountains, so you would get snow during the winter months up there. But the summer months are phenomenal. It's just the right temperature. Like right now, we're in the 80s and 90s right now here in Arizona. My AC is on. I'm draining. My AC is on right now. The AC's on, and I think I put my AC on a couple weeks ago. But yeah, and like I said, you can park the truck. If you have a truck, you can park across the street. And then they usually have, what I also noticed, I don't know who that lot belongs to, but they have security drives through there. I don't know if it's part of Little America or it's part of this little, I don't know if it's even, I don't know who that lot belongs to, but truckers parked there. And I walked over to the steakhouse. And the steakhouse, I just walked through the gate. It's an RV park. You're actually going through the RV park because that steakhouse is part of the RV park. And like I said, it's directly across from Little America. And if you stay at Little America, they have a good little deli. So their deli at Little America has always been phenomenal. If you've ever stopped as a trucker at Little America's, oftentimes they have like the rotisserie chicken. Well, only one that does it. There's a small one in, I think it's Wyoming. There's two in Wyoming. And there's a small one, I want to say Cheyenne. I could be wrong. I can't remember. I don't like that one as much. They have a deli, but they don't have nearly what the other ones have. But the Little Americas, there's one, it's on the way going westbound, heading towards like Utah. Excuse me. And that little America it's got a nice deli. Then you got the one in Phoenix here in Flagstaff. That little America has also a very nice deli. And in all Little Americas, I haven't been to a Little America that has not had a good shower. With the exception, I don't think I went to the one in Cheyenne for showers. But Little America's good showers. Usually, a lot of times I have the sunken tubs. So if you're a trucker and you just really need to frickin' de-stress, especially for my female truckers, and even guy truckers, they go in there, take them a soaking bath in a minute. And if you want to get from just doing a shower to a bath, they offer that. And they have very, very, usually extremely clean showers. That's what I like about them. They give you and she'll ask you, like the one in Flagstaff, so are you going to take a bath or a shower? And I'm like, why? And she's like, well, I want to know whether you just need shower gel or whether if you also like some bath, suds. I'm like, oh, shut up. They're very nice. Haven't stayed at their hotels, but I wouldn't mind staying up there at a hotel. I know a friend of mine, she had asked me, and I said, well, it's a truck stop too. And I said, and I will tell you, it's a very well done. But Little American Flag, and Little American Flag Staff also has a hotel, and they have a restaurant on there. So, Little Americas are nice. My other, like, people were asking me too, I talked to some of the truckers online. Like, I introduced one to, what's the one in Colorado? Jubits, Oregon. And so one guy, he talking about, it's your favorite guy. He's a trainer for the company I'm with. He's so funny. He's like, okay, you were right about that Jubits place. I ain't never been here. I like the Jubits. So I introduced him to Jubits. Jubits, if you get by Jubits, it's in Oregon. And you don't have to be a trucker. They also have a hotel. They have 2 hotels on board. So they have one hotel, I think, that mainly caters to the truck drivers. It's older. But then they have a nicer one you can tell that caters to everybody else. But you can stay at either one, I'm sure. I mean, you just got to pay more money probably. But Jubits is like the Iowa 80 of Oregon. So when you get in there, they might not have the trucks and stuff. They have older vintage cars and stuff in there. They have a restaurant. They have a bar. I never go to a bar because I was working, so that's not my thing. But they have a bar. They have a movie theater. They have a deli section with different restaurants. It really means sandwich. They have a full-fledged laundry facility. And the showers are nice. They also have the tub showers. You can request one. In the truck stop part, they have a deli there too. Well, kind of sort of a deli. And then what else is there? They have a post office. They have a gift shop, the hotel, and then the bus stop is right outside of Jubits. You could actually take if you wanted to do a home time there, you could park your truck there, and you could do a home time, but you could travel anywhere via public transit in the metropolitan Oregon, Portland area. So I like where it sits, and it sits right down the street. There's a Walmart down the street. Because Trucker Bill lived there. So whenever I would come into town, I would park there, and he'd come get me, and he'd say, you need to go to Walmart, because truckers know you need to go to Walmart. And he'd take me to Walmart and get stuff for my truck before I come back. He said, I'll bring you on the way back. And I would go hang out with him and his wife at the house. And Bill cook. He'd get up in that kitchen. Bill cook. I cook just as good as his wife, I guess. But he cooked more so. And I'd play with the puppies and hang out with him. So my one dog, Kimba, which you guys never did meet, I got through Trucker Bill's sister, who they ended up couldn't keep him, where they ended up, the landlord changed his mind about them having a dog. So they shipped him out here to Arizona, and I ended up with that dog. And later on meeting Bill and, going into trucking later down the line. Oh, you should be able to do a pizza on your van. Girl, bye. You better watch Foresty Forest. He's up in Canada. He live in his van. Brother he was into the crock pot game. He would be doing some mean stuff in the crock pot. Well, his crock pot bit the dust on him. So he's moved into newer technology, and he got that Ninja Foodie, and he put the air fryer on it. Honey, that baby, he done egg rolls. He made some calzones. I've been sitting up there. That baby be hooking it up in that little van. And he funny. He done did a whole bunch of stuff with that food and ninja. They done become friends. And you probably could make you some little pizza. Now I make my own dough too, and I have a Ninja blender with the dough attachable. Like I said, once I get me a grill out there, I'll do some stuff on the grill. I haven't even done the barbecue sauce. I've already got the bottles of the barbecue sauce, and I've got all the ingredients. I just haven't done it yet. I've been playing with the Instapot because I'll be doing my. I like the pressure thing because it actually will infuse the flavor. So I've been playing with it. I don't have to. I meant to put the video up of me doing the corned beef, like the St. Patty's corned beef, and the wins and fails. And I got a whole nother. I was at the grocery store after my Coumadin clinic appointment. I stopped at Safeway over here, and they had the corned beef because it's after St. Patty's Day. They had it on sale. I got what normally would have been a $10, was it $13 corned beef roast or whatever. I got it for like $3 because they're clearancing them out. So I got that in the freezer right now, and I'll probably do another one. I'm gonna research if you can barbecue corned beef because that sounds good to me. Corned beef has a little bit different taste because it's in a brine, but I have to see. But yeah, pizza, I can do pizza. I like my pizza on the grill or like a wood fire pizza. I love a good wood fire pizza. This pizza they did at Domino's, I'm impressed though. I haven't had a pizza that good in a while, and he walked around on that. He did a good job, and he did a good job. And yeah, he made it right. He did. He made it right. He made it right. And I don't normally like fussing at people about your food because people might do some evil stuff with food. Y'all know that they might. People might do some real evil. People can do some mean stuff. So I don't like usually fussing about food. I was trying to think there was something else I was going to talk to y'all about. I know food prices are going up. I mentioned that. I watched that on GMA. And I tell people right now, I got to get back out in the garden. I did a couple plants. I got some weeds out. Tomorrow morning, depending on how I'm feeling, I was going to try to get out there today. That's not going to happen. I went out there yesterday and just watered what was up. I got to replant. I got to plant my spearmint plant, and I'm hoping my mint plant comes back. I let it kind of get too dry. Mint, though, can come back. It doesn't. Mint has a way of bouncing back. I can't explain it. So I got that, and then I'm going to go ahead and start planting everything else. But we're at that point. I got to get my tomato plants going. I think I might do 4 or 5 versions of tomato. I just found seeds, and I like Armenian cucumbers. I don't like American cucumbers. I realize I'm not a huge fan of. I like cucumbers, but I got introduced to Armenian cucumbers, and what they are, the skin is different. It's just not as waxy and as it's not as waxy in that thickness, and it's better. I like the skin on it, so I'm gonna plant. That's what we're gonna plant for that. I'm also gonna plant some lemon cucumbers and see if I can get those going, and then spaghetti squash, delicata squash, and butternut squash. I'm gonna try to get those guys going, and let's see what else. I'm gonna take the okra plants that I have out there. They've been out there, and then I'm gonna try to do a couple of melons. I got a moon in the stars. I'm gonna see if I can do that. Then I'll be doing some radishes and carrots and stuff like that. And I'm gonna try to do an herb garden. If you saw in the video, I had a box that came. It was a box, and it's pretty thick in the way it was made. I'm gonna kind of recycle that box and make it into a herb bed. So I'm gonna put herbs in it that can all pretty much grow together. In between the herbs, I think I'm gonna put carrots. And see how we do on that, and maybe some radish. If the radish will do okay in there, I have to research how radish can do. And I've always wanted to grow this one, which is watermelon radish, which is like an Asian radish. And then I'm gonna plant that. So right now I'm kind of researching. I was going through, and then I'm gonna try to grow some chocolate bell peppers. So there's these things called chocolate bells. Let's see. My desk is a mess right now. So these right here, and try to do that, and yeah, I got some stuff on plate. So I'm doing that, but I'll probably try to do 5. I didn't think you could. That's why I said it normally bounces back. The mint plant, I let it get too dry, It dried out. It was doing really good, but then I set it in the sun. It dried out. As soon as I could, I transplanted it into some new soil. I'm going through all the dirt. So the dirt that I had out there in those bags was what you call garden soil. It was organic garden soil I got from Costco. Pretty decent soil because it was even growing little wild mushrooms in it. Which, if you have mushrooms grow up, that usually means it has a good base to it, even if it's wild mushrooms. So I I but it was drying out too fast because those are bags and they're above the ground. That soil is meant to be in the ground in the dirt. So now what I did is I did a organic, and I'm mixing it with an organic potting soil, garden soil, and that'll bring in some of the things like cocoa coir, perlite, and things you need to keep the moisture in the bag because you don't want your plants drying out. And that's another reason I didn't have as good a success with the first garden. The plant that did the best out there was the okra did okay. The As y'all saw, jalapeno plant, it's producing. I got jalapenos coming up again on there. That's producing. I don't know about my rosemary. I don't know if I got it in time, so I might have to do another rosemary. But I also have rosemary seeds. So I'm going to put some rosemary seeds out there, see if that can come through. And then I got a bunch of herbs up here, but I got to mess around. And I've been researching what grows good together, companion planting. While I was out there, though, messing with the old dirt, I'd found some grubs. If y'all don't know what grubs are, they can eat the roots of plants. So I threw them over the fence. Um, yeah, that's the only thing in the back I would love to have. I actually have a friend who has moringa, and she's supposed to send me seeds, but I know she has been. Actually, I need to reach out to her. She's supposed to send me seeds, but she's been, everybody's staying in place, and she didn't like going to the post office. And I stopped going to the post office because I would go in there, and for whatever reason, it'd be a long line, and I'm like, they said the post office ain't getting no business, but they getting business now where I'm at. And so I stopped going to the post office. I pretty much just, if I have a lift out and I need to mail something, I have him drive through the blue boxes and just dump it. Um, but that's like I'm researching right now about barbecue sauces. Am I having a service come like UPS or something, come pick them up to mail them? I've got to do that, and I've got people from my old company, University of Phoenix. One homegirl, she's like, "Girl, as soon as you got that up, holler at me, and when you get your smoker back, I'll pay you to smoke some stuff." Because I made some smoked meats at when I was at University of Phoenix, and people were like, "Dude, you really need to look into this because of barbecue sauce." So I'm like, okay. And so she told me as soon as you do, because I would like smoke turkey, like during the holidays, I would smoke turkeys all the time when I had my other smoker. I don't know. I'm researching it. I'm researching it. We'll see. But the moringa, yeah, she has a moringa plant. She's supposed to send me the seeds and never did. The other thing I want to do is I would like to get a fig tree out there. And they have fig tree. As a matter of fact, I need to reach out. There's a company that will mail them here, and I can reach out. I'm also looking for, you have different types of mint, so I'm looking for chocolate mint. I went to Home Depot. They didn't have any. So I'm going through Etsy. I found a company on Etsy that does the chocolate mint, so I'm going to order from them. And then I may order a few of their other plants. They're not bad, about $6 a plant, and they actually send you the plant. So I'm going to probably order, this next pay period, I'm going to order some chocolate mint and some other herbs from them for the back. But that's why I'm trying to get everything up so that I can just go out to the dirt and put it in there. And but yeah, tomorrow I'll probably try to get out there for a little bit. And like I said, I'm just doing it in sections because you got to clean the weeds out. And Weed Central is going to be the biggest part. I was going to put cardboard down everywhere, but I'm looking at it and I'm like, I don't need cardboard everywhere. I'm going to need it in Weed Central because those, and I think that's some kind of flower somebody planted back there, but it's obnoxious because it comes up, because Joe was like, he's like, oh, he said, girl, I thought you planted. I said, no, them weeds. At least in my world, they weeds. But in the morning, they sprout off some of the prettiest purple flowers. But it's just obnoxious, so I'm going to go ahead and go out there and cut that down. And then I'm going to go ahead and put cardboard on top and then layer it with mulch. And that should, I'm going to sweep the existing mulch to the side, reuse it, obviously, and then layer it back down with mulch. But the cardboard is supposed to help with decreasing the weeds. And then I'm going to do, I have you can do a spray, a weed spray with, I think it's vinegar, Dawn, I can't remember if there's something else in there. and you just spray it, and it'll kill those. It'll basically keep the weed control. But everything I'm doing is in garden bags, because like the area where the dirt is against the wall, like I said, there was a fungus down there called dog vomit fungus. I didn't know what it was. I have a group, you can take a picture, and they told me what it was. And the dog vomit, but it's not supposed to hurt anything. It's just disgusting looking. I mean, it's goo. And I was like, I didn't know what it was. I thought it was spray. I thought it looked like a spray foam when I first started. I don't know what the heck that. And then when it came back, I was like, ooh, this is something. This is like, something. And so I took a picture of it, and on one of my garden groups, they had identified it. Somebody said, put it on this group. And there's an app, you can take pictures of different stuff, and they'll tell you what it is. And so I took a picture, and everybody said dog vomit, and or dog fungus vomit or something, or dog vomit fungus, whatever. And so come to find out, they said it doesn't hurt anything. It's not going to hurt. Your plants are still edible. It's just a fungus that grows, and it's disgusting. And it's like goo. It's like spongy, gooey. And they said you can put bleach on it, which is what I kept doing, was bleach, and that the heat would dry it out. So I just keep pouring bleach down in that section. I don't. And they said it'll keep growing until it eats through whatever it has attached itself, whatever material it is down underneath the ground for. I don't know what that is. And so I just keep pouring bleach on it. I put the fabric cloth, and it was growing on the fabric cloth. I didn't know what it was. I thought I had just, because I saw it, I dug it up and threw it out in the trash. And then I put the fabric cloth done, thought I cleaned everything up, and it came back. I was like, so then I had to cut the fabric cloth around it, dig it up again, throw it out, and then keep pouring bleach in there and letting it dry out. But other than that, we've been on here 60 minutes, and I ain't talking about nothing. I ate my pizza. No, I'm going to do the garden stuff. Medical stuff, I got a bunch this month. I got three or four dentist appointments. I've been like every week now going to Coumadin Clinic stuff because they're trying to get me level back out. I think it's because I added supplements. And one of my supplements, I just realized, has vitamin K, which interferes with my Coumadin. So I'm going to have to look for a different multivitamin, if I can, that doesn't have vitamin K. And then so now I'm dealing with a pharmacist. There's a pharmacist person that's trained to manage it. And there's two of them at the clinic I go to, which is in North Scottsdale. I don't have a car yet, so that's going to be one of my other big ones. I'm trying to decide if I want to do a car loan or if I just want to continue trying to put money aside. I wanted to do everything cash. I really did not want a loan. But I'm at a point where I need to get a vehicle because that's going to make some other choice. It'll help me with some other choices here in the near future, depending on what's going on with this pandemic. As many people, I'm looking at all the vaccines. I don't know how many of you guys have done your vaccines. I'm leaning more towards Pfizer and Moderna, Pfizer and Johnson & Johnson, but Johnson & Johnson's has some quality control issues. So I'm not sure how that's going to work. Pfizer has an anticoagulation issue, meaning there's something with it with blood thinners. And then the Moderna, I'm not a big fan of the Moderna for other reasons. But they have an inflammation, something with inflammation, a friend of mine found out. So right now, Joe just took his sister and his nephew to get vaccinated, and they had to go all the way up to Prescott Valley. He's gotten his full vaccinations done. Do not think that just because you get vaccinated, you cannot get the virus. You can. The issue is what it's supposed to help you do is not end up in critical hospital situations. You still can get sick. You can still most likely spread it, but you're not hopefully going to. It reduces the capability, from what I understand, of the virus making people as sick as to the point they were on ventilators. So it's supposed to reduce that. So heighten your immune system to fight it. It kind of like you can get the flu and your body fights the flu. But it's supposed to heighten your capability of fighting the flu or fighting the virus. So that's my understanding of it. So right now, looking at that, as many Americans are, and then trying just to get in to do it. And then Right now, also wanted to try to get leveled out on my warfarin before I actually did the vaccine, but we'll have to see. Yeah. And then I got fillings here, fillings here, fillings here, fillings here. They got to take some out, redo, and then several new ones. Another cleaning, and then we're going to actually end up doing the braces again because these teeth are spreading, and some of my issues with, I have some receding gum issues, is due to the fact of the braces treatment needs to be finished. Anyway, how you guys, let me go through here and see if y'all talking about anything on here. And I want a dog, y'all. Actually, I want two. I want a Cocker Spaniel and a Min Pin. Okay, we talked about the pizza, which y'all saw. V. Griff, congrats on the flatbed. Oh, the other thing I got to look for, I'm hoping they get it back in. So the Costco near me closed, but they have one down the road that my orders come from Instacart. They had, I think I told y'all about it in one of the videos, they had that Mahi, them burgers that, I got to see if they're going to get them again. They haven't had them. And I'm having a moment because them things were so good. When I first cooked them, I was like, oh my God. Because I hadn't even tasted it. You could just smell it throughout the house. And it was funny because, you put something in a pan, you let it, put the little lid on, and you're going around cleaning and doing what you're doing. And all of a sudden you're like, and you go back in and you look and you're like, oh my God, that's smelling like that. So then I pull a package and start reading all the ingredients. I'm serious. I thought I was cooking a steak. The seasoning, whatever they did, that was the best. That Mahi burger, OMG. So I got to see if I can find it because I don't know what to tell you. I need to get a freezer and just put them in there. That was like the best fish burger I had. And then I made tacos with it too. It's a moment. And you don't even need no seasoning. It's already, whatever they put it. So it was so good. So I gotta see if they get them back at my Costco. Because it's a moment. And then they have a jam that I was or I was called a jam or a fruit spread. I don't know what you want to call it. And I was introduced to berry one. They got a berry one right now and another one. I'm going to order those. But I also want to get their blood orange version because I saw online somebody talked about their blood orange, but we haven't had the blood orange version at the one here at Costco. So and they have it at Amazon, but Amazon talking about $26 for I think a jar or $2. I don't know if they did 2 jars, but it don't cost me that much. It cost me like less than $10. And it's somebody Smith and oh my God, phenomenal. I got some under the sink. Under the cabinet. So when you if you find food, guys, on sale, make sure you stocking because they talking about the prices are going up and they're going to keep going up. There's some supply chain issues going on. They still talking about the shortages in transportation for truckers. They still got that boat stuck out there. It's a hot mess, but yeah. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to get my butt out here and I'm getting ready to, let me see, go down. Let me see, make sure I didn't miss anything. I'm getting ready to go to bed again. I done ate something. I'm going to go lay down. Oh, let me show y'all this. So this is, and it's really good. Okay, flame roasted. And I just took scoops and smeared it on with my, what did I smear it on to? Cheese crisp this morning. It's right here. And they have a hot version. This is medium. I wish they would have had the hot. But this is the medium version. Yeah, but it's good. I had to put it in the refrigerator because it's from this morning. I just had it sitting here. I want to show y'all. Anyway, y'all, be blessed. I hope you have a blessed Sunday. I'm ready to go my butt back to bed. I took some Benadryl, and I normally don't hear this long. And I go back to bed. I'm draining forward right now, but I normally drain back. But I had to take some Benadryl, and I'll crawl to bed. And I slept really good. I just was that tired. Y'all be blessed, 2 and 2.